Chuck, Chuck has big dreams, you know. Um, Chuck, Chuck wants to be successful. Chuck wants to drive a Lamborghini, so we always want our kids to have better than what we had coming up. And, I came from a single household, so my mom was, everything in our household.
In my role here as the admissions director, I encounter a lot of parents who want nothing more than to be able to send their children to a school like Trinity. But the harsh reality is that there are many families we would love to serve and partner with that simply cannot afford tuition. Me as a parent, having 3 children that attend Trinity, I fully understand the financial sacrifice that it takes to invest in a private Christian education for your children.
Chuck has asked me, why can I go to a better school? And at that point, in my life, I would tell him, it's just not the right time, but, talk to God about it. And I'll tell, anybody who asks me that, sometimes, you have to sacrifice. And a lot of times, you just have to pray.
The way financial aid works for a school is if a family is seeking assistance, they have to apply through a third party called FACTS. FACTS then gives a recommendation to our school, and it's left to us to decide how many of our financial aid dollars we will be able to award. We do not offer any scholarships of any kind, but we do award financial aid when there is evidence-based need for a family.
At first, I didn't think that I could afford to send Chuck here. But once, I learned about the financial aid, and saw that it was a little bit more hope for me, to make it happen.
There are many families that I have encountered in my role here as an admissions director that would give anything for their children to benefit from a private Christian education, but there's just no way for them to be able to afford it without financial aid.
So, I prayed about it, and I learned more about, the financial aid, and I applied, and we qualified, and it happened, and he's here.
We have approximately 90 students who are currently receiving financial aid here at Trinity. In the past, we have not been able to offer financial aid for high school athletes and their siblings, but that will no longer be the case since we are moving to a different division with TSSAA. So there are many current families who have not even been able to apply that will now be able to receive the benefit of financial aid.
My son, he loves sports. He plays football and baseball here at Trinity, and he loves to get up on Thursday mornings and put his necktie on and go to chapel. It's just something about chapel that gets, I don't know if it's the necktie or the shoes, but he loves to go to chapel.
The mission of TCA is to partner with Bible-believing families in their churches to equip students to become godly leaders in their homes, churches, and communities. Our goal is to continue advancing this mission and making private Christian education more accessible for families that never thought it possible before now. Every dollar that we raise for financial aid can make an eternal impact in the lives of students for years to come.
I'm excited just to hear if we're at church, and we talking about something in Psalms, and, he'll say, well, we learned it today, in Coach Craft class, in Bible.
We have an incredible opportunity here as a school to continue advancing this mission, but we've got to find the right people to partner with to continue raising the funds so that more families can have access to the benefit of a private Christian education.
Chuck is getting a good education right now. Chuck is getting what Chuck been asking for. Chuck don't have to go to school, scared to death that if he wear red, he's automatically pointed out and he's in the game. I'm training him up. So he ain't fixing to be, what we see today. I can't let him do it. I won't. I can't give him to the system. I can't do it. I just can't do it. Don't get discouraged. If you're a family that's looking for a private Christian school, Trinity is the place to be.